on. Now, this is a disturbing truth and breakdown for you right here, for you to understand what's going on with the shot that they got for the masses. Now, for the most part, it was kind of slowed down and they kind of kill it for a little bit, and now they're back on. Now, new variant on the table, new shot on the table and everything. And I'm going to break it down and show you some destruction that this shit caused right here, that they will never tell you. They will try to cover it up under something else. We go get into it and show you how easy they convince the masses right here to get on this right here. You see it? We go get into it. Just make it run.
The U.S. government has issued a recommendation that almost all U.S. citizens get annual coronavirus vaccine shots.
Okay, so you understand what's going on, people? Annual. What did I tell you from day one? I told you it was going to be an annual thing with the supposed shot that they're giving everybody. Remember, it's the same thing they're giving you with the flu shot. You understand? And they're not taking that off the table. The flu shot is still there, and now they had this one to it. I'm talking about yearly. Listen.
Advice comes as U.S. hospitalizations for coronavirus are on the increase. Vaccine shots for children as young as 6 months have been approved by the...
Yes, and you understand, once you hear that, you know what's going on. They approve it all the way down to 6 months old. And I told you that long time that that's what they was going to do. That's the target. They have to make sure they contaminate everybody with that shit right there. It's for the control of the masses. 100% in.
Food and Drug Administration. Hundreds of deaths due to coronavirus are recorded each week in the U.S. A campaign to encourage people...
You hear that? Each week you have all these supposed deaths from the virus. You hear that? Like I say, another push to get the peoples who never get the juice to have it now. You understand that? So like I say, scare tactics all the way across the board. If they don't get you one way, they will get you the next, and they're never gonna stop until they get their herd immunity, supposedly. Yes, they're not there yet, they're back again.
Get vaccinated is due to begin in a few days. Let's bring in epidemiologist and co-founder of the World Health Network, Dr. Erika Feigl-Dick. Welcome to DW, Doctor. Many of us thought the pandemic was over. Why is the US recommending that Americans get shots every year now?
Well, we wish it's over, but clearly the data shows that it's not.
What dead are you talking about? Are you talking about the wastewater that you're checking for the damn virus? You're hoaxing the masses right here. How did you get these supposed data? No, I don't see nobody supposed to be sick with that shit. You have to wake up, people. Like I say, the regular cold and flu. The season is coming up right now. If they tell you that it spike up in the summer, what they're going to tell you in the fall, people, when it gets to the supposed winter, which is coming close right now? What they're going to tell you when people start sniffling, coughing, and everything else? They're going to tell you have another breakout, and everybody need to get juiced up. Pregnant women and also 6-month-old babies.
We're not just talking about mild cases. We're talking about, for example, deaths in the U.S. have doubled.
Why would the death be doubles after you give them this? Why would the death double? How? How could they be the death and the cases on the rise and you have that? You're feeding everybody it. But guess what, people? They can tell you, listen, you have it because you don't have the new improved shot. Do you get it? You don't understand, man. Every time they give you another variant because they want to tell you these variants is basically eluding this. Do you get it? So you have to understand. So next time when they show you that you have the shot, but you still have the damn virus, what they're going to tell you? You need to get the updated one because you're way behind. That variant is more supposedly, more smarter than that shot that you have before, so you need to get an upgraded one. So like I say, it's a yearly thing now. They put on the masses. Like I say, it's the end times. 100% in.
Hospitalizations have tripled and ER visits have quadrupled
in the
past month and a half. And so we're in the beginning of another wave.
Yeah, that.
And right now the variants that we have are very highly evolved and different than previous waves. This is why reinfections are at all-time high as well.
You hear that, people? That's why reinfection is on an all-time high, because the virus keep changing. You don't get it or what, people? Like I say, it's a trick. 100% in.
So these are very invasive, and they are clearly sending people to the hospital. It's not just a mild, and even then we know that mild has long-term consequences. That's why
that people, mild got long-term consequences. So that means when you're supposed to be asymptomatic with this fake virus, yes, that means you're gonna have long-term conditions follow. Long-term symptoms and everything, long COVID style. And I already told you what that is. They can't fool everybody. The long COVID hoax on the masses. Yes, that's what the juice bring, the long COVID on the masses.
The CDC has recommended these new boosters that they've been testing all year.
You hear that people, they've been testing it all year. Where they tested on who and what? Where did they test this supposedly new shot, people? It's a hoax, like I said. You are the guinea pig. They're trying that shit out on you. They have an idea what they're gonna do, but they're trying it out on you right now. You're the one who's testing it.
General population. And it even shows there's benefits for children, not just the elderly. So
benefits? What kind of benefits in taking that shit, people? What kind of benefits there? You have to understand it's a damn trick. And they convince you enough for you to take it. And they have more on the table. So guess what? In order for them to sell you that, they have to give you new variants. These variants is elusive to the shot. What a joke.
Why they recommend it for everyone 6 months or older.
And you talked about a doubling and quadrupling of hospitalizations and the number of cases. Perhaps you could put some figures on it.
Yes, put figures on it.
How many cases, how many hospitalizations are you seeing?
So cases are really hard to measure because not much testing. But
The cases are hard to measure because it's not much testing. And don't worry about it. They're bringing that test back all over the world. You hear them tell you about they're requesting a lot of tests because they feel like the virus breaking back out and they need to have it on paperwork that it is the virus. So I'll tell you about the test already. The test is what make the damn pandemic. You understand? They give you a fake test kit to give you a fake virus.
It has tripled across the U.S. and in parts of New York it has actually more than 5x.
Okay, so remember, people, this is what you need to take notes of. Go back again. Listen. Pay attention.
And in parts of New York it has actually more than 5x.
So how did that happen in New York? Where that shot was mandatory, people. It was mandatory. That means almost all the New York people got that shot. And they're the one who come down sick. They're the one who's got the monkeypox and every damn thing. What do you think? You don't get it, people. Anywhere they mass vaccinate the people, that's where you're going to find the problem. 100% in, and they know. So listen them doing damage control right here. Pay attention because, like I say, the places that get juiced up the most, they're the one who are going to come down with most problems. Listen.
I think, it is lower than, of course, during 2020 and 2021.
They have to try to damage control it, people, because it already come out his mouth that it's New York area and that shouldn't happen. You don't understand or what, people? Just like it breaking back out in Canada also. And everybody over there juiced up.
But I think people need to understand that, despite it being lower, these numbers are still overcrowding hospitals.
Wow.
And,
what a dumb shit.
We might be about a quarter like where we were like last winter. But in terms of the Delta variant, we were actually about the same level of hospitalization as the Delta variant across the U.S. So it's still quite a lot, and I think people underappreciate that. And unless you're in the hospital, you're out in the restaurants and shopping malls, it's out of sight, out of mind. You don't see all this.
It's bullshit, people. It's 100% bullshit, but out of sight, out of mind. You only can show fake people in the hospital, fake hustling and everything. They show you on TV just to put it in your subconscious mind that something going on in there. They're overwhelmed with these patients. It's a fake shit. And I already told you about screens. If you trust screens, you might as well just call yourself dumb. You can't believe shit on screens. They all manipulated and set up for you to believe in some things. You understand? That's what the news and the media is about. They own them. The same people who want you to believe in these things, who want you to take these shots, they own the media. 100%. Social media, mainstream media, you name it, they own it.
It is definitely happening. And the boosters do work. These updated boosters do work against the new current variants.
You hear that?
Right.
The new booster work for the new variant. Like I say, people, is a trick. 100%. And for all the people who buy into it already, there's no escape it. Once you jump on the first juice, there's no stopping. That's why a lot of people, they just shut their eyes and just go ahead and take them as they come. No, it's yearly. Because what you gonna do? What you gonna do now? You are ready to the gate. You're gonna stop now and say, okay, I'm not gonna follow the procedure no more. It's over. Once you take the first one, it's over for you. You understand? You know attached to this beast system and the masses. 100% in. Move.
Today we begin
now
with
take a look at this right here. We go look and see if these people gonna expose the shot for what it is. As you could see that, the clog factor. You see that? We go get into it and see what they're gonna talk about, if they're gonna expose this shit for what it is. Listen, pay attention.
Critically important investigation that stands to impact millions. Only now are scientists starting to unravel some of the most confounding mysteries surrounding the many illnesses that can linger similarly after both COVID and COVID vaccines, or sometimes suddenly emerge months or years later.
Okay, listen, people. You hear what this person just say? Okay, they got scientists, I guess they start to realize now the damage that they supposedly shot and the virus, they say. You can't leave it out, people. You can't leave it out. Remember, this is the mainstream media. Remember that. It's the mainstream media. It don't matter how they come, under what fashion, and what style they bring in. They can't fool the mag. I already know. So the reason why this one can't make it plain and straight that it is the juice, they have to mention the virus also. So scientists figuring out these things now about the virus and the shot. Listen, people, because they have to add the virus in it so they won't look like they're exposing nothing. You understand? Because they're not. Listen.
Many physicians are left in the dark without effective treatment guidance from public health experts. But we found one doctor-turned-medical detective whose findings are viewed as so groundbreaking.
And this is another dumb shit the masses buying the pandemic. These doctors that supposedly be telling truth after I expose them. You have to remember, when the pandemic just started, where was these doctors? They was busy selling you that shit. I don't understand how come you trust doctors now. They on there with millions of views, supposedly going against the damn system. What that tell you? The people just sleep. I ask you a question. When they just kick this shit off, that's when those doctors were supposed to stand up for you. Did they do it? No. The mag was the only one beating it out, getting banned, getting the repercussion of talking about these things, and while these people sit by and watch it go. They watch it happening in the middle of their eyes. The doctors and all these people who claim that they have survey tickets and they know these things, and they sit by and watch it happen, even play their role in it to make that shit real. And now they're doing videos and doing all these shit and acting like they was down with the people from day one. It's just funny how the people's buy it. But pay attention right here. They're not exposing shit. Remember that. Listen.
His help is sought after from doctors and patients across the U.S. and
fake
beyond.
doctors.
Down
listen,
right there.
Listen, watch this right here, people. And this is a setup right here. Like I said, these doctors pretending like now they're coming to your rescue. Why they didn't do it from day one? It would have saved a lot of people from going down that road and take the juice, but you wait till the juice pass by, then you come up with this bullshit acting like you're standing up for the people. Watch this right here.
Beyond.
Watch this
down
right
right there. Let me take a look at your eye.
Yeah, and he laugh. We take a look at your eye and then they laugh. So take a look at this right here. Is it real? Watch this. Look.
If there's a singular person that first set the gears turning for Dr. Jordan Vaughn, it's Vandiver.
And take a look, people. You got a black eye. I guess that's what the eye they say they go take a look at. But pay attention here. They're running games on the masses. That's for the one eye symbol. But pay attention.
Kaplan.
Big deep breath in out.
It was December 2020, shortly after his COVID vaccines. What were you feeling?
I just felt terrible,
Hand
dizzy, lethargic, all those kind of things. And I was having some optical issues too. My vision would just go blurry suddenly. and then maybe a minute or two later it would clear up.
You're kind of patient zero for Dr. Vaughn.
Well, that's what he told me. All I did was go get my vaccines and react to it. So I didn't necessarily do anything special. But
only thing he do is get his vaccine and then react to it. Listen this right here, people. Like I say, they're never gonna reveal no truth really. They're never gonna take the veil off the masses' eyes. They're gonna keep halfway closed, halfway open. That's why they have to mention certain things. But listen right here.
I feel like a meteor coming from space that I dropped down near Dr. Vaughn.
Meteor come from
Dr. Vaughn is an internal medicine specialist and CEO of MedHealth Clinics in Alabama. He ran some scans and other tests on Vandiver, his longtime patient, but didn't find anything abnormal.
And at that time, I did some blood work, found that he had abnormal clotting issues. He was significantly short of breath.
He got clotting issues and he also short of breath. Listen.
Abnormal blood clotting issues were there all along, says Vaughn, just hidden from view.
As I understand it, I was making lots of blood clots, but they were so tiny you couldn't detect them.
Wow.
So I treated him as if he had something that I wasn't able to totally see, which would be smaller vascular issues, and his symptoms significantly improved. So that really pushed me off on a kind of a journey to say, what is going on here? There's got to be something there.
Dr. Vaughn was on to something. By the time we visited his Birmingham practice, he and his team had treated more than 1,100 patients, from athletes in their teens to people pushing age 90. We asked a few to speak with us.
Hear this.
Andy Sink, 55, had acute COVID that required hospitalization.
Phil Williams, 58. He's treating my wife for blood clotting.
I have congestive heart failure as a result of it.
I had GI symptoms and heart issues.
Many blood clots in my lungs.
They report.
So these, just make it clear here. All these people that you mentioned, the complication that they have, they got it from the juice. Now, like I said, the reason why the news reporter supposed to be in the first part mentioned that, it's basically two culprits. The shot and the virus. The reason why they have to keep the virus close to blame it on is because of that supposedly long COVID that they have on the table to fake the masses. So hear me, any damage that the supposedly juice done, they're gonna say it's long COVID. So that's why they keep the supposedly virus right there so they can still blame it on it. Even if you have the virus supposedly with asymptomatic, meaning that you see no symptoms. But wait, the long COVID gonna let you see symptoms that don't even tie to COVID, supposedly, if you understand what I'm saying. So you have the supposedly virus, you don't have these symptoms. They don't show up. As a matter of fact, they're not called as symptoms when it comes to that virus, supposedly, the cold and flu. So how would they come up with these people? How would you come up with myocarditis and them things, blood clots and all of that? How would you come up with that and mention it's from the virus? How can you do that? That's dumb, people. And first of all, you need to understand, how breaks that down long time before they even mention the long COVID? Who was with the mag that time? I breaks it down and show you the damage that the shit costs. Before they mention long COVID. Before they mention long COVID, I already got them. Exposed the damn juice for what it doing to the people. Now you come telling the masses it's long COVID. What a dumb shit. Let's listen to the rest of it.
Wide range of debilitating after effects from COVID vaccines.
There you go again.
They report a wide range of debilitating after effects from COVID vaccines, or both.
You hear that, people? It's bullshit. Like I said, this is how they're gonna bring you news. They have to cover it up. They can't absolutely tell you the truth because, like I said, it's them behind it. You don't get it, man. So these people actually selling you the long COVID bullshit. Once they do that, you can't believe nothing they say. You have to understand. They want to show you the supposed victim of the juice? No. They want to wave your mind if you think like the juice was damaging the people. till they mention that the virus is involved. Listen.
Some became sick right away. Others were hit hard a year or even 2 years later.
Hannah Bourgeois, I'm 39, and I had shortness of breath from COVID.
You hear that? He got shortness of breath from COVID. Listen.
Dr. Greg Bourgeois and his wife Hannah, parents to 5 children.
Yes, of course, parents of 5 children. Watch the coding right there on the clothing. Wow, unbelievable
Vaccinated
shit.
and got COVID. She became Bourgeois and his wife Hannah, parents to 5 children, were vaccinated and got COVID.
What that mean? It mean they was vaccinated first and then they have COVID? Are you trying to tell the masses that they have that mutation supposedly from having the virus and also having the shot? Listen.
So sick, she was nearly bedridden for 2 years.
I felt like my body was just shutting down on me, and there wasn't anything I could do about it.
After a consult with the famed Mayo Clinic brought no improvement, Greg Bourgeois, a dermatologist who attended medical school with Dr. Vaughn, heard about what Vaughn was doing and sought him out to treat his wife. What did you learn was wrong with you? And in layman's terms, if you can kind of explain it to people who don't know about all that.
Why is it funny, man? Why is it funny? I don't care if you're better now and you're feeling better. Why would you be laughing at something that serious? This is a joke.
Intricacies.
So I learned that there were a lot of microclots.
Why would you laugh, man? Why would you make that funny smirk on your face? Are you talking about this bad thing that you've been through? I don't believe it, man. Listen.
Throughout my body that was just causing oxygen not to be able to get around very well. He was the first doctor that when I went to see him, he would finish my sentences for how I was feeling.
Because they know. Remember, it's the same people who give you that juice. They know exactly what you're gonna basically face when you're on it. They know by now. You understand?
I mean, I think I started crying the first time because that was so new, and he understood, and he said, you know, it all makes sense.
What is the treatment he gave you, and how do you feel today?
And that's another thing that gonna fuck you up long term. The supposed treatment for the virus. So remember, they tell you that you're sick, and they start the Pax Love It or all of these things that they got on the table, and then bam. The lingering sickness, the lingering symptoms is on because of that treatment. Same thing as the juice bring. Listen.
So he put me on the triple anticoagulant therapy.
Yes.
And within a couple of days, I started to notice some difference. But within 2 weeks, I felt like I had risen from the dead. I mean, I got my voice back. I could walk. I could do things.
And then to see the turnaround, it was pretty dramatic in a way that I personally have not gotten to witness a lot of in my career.
Another physician who sought Dr. Vaughn's help is 88-year-old Donald Carmichael, a retired vascular surgeon and former professor of surgery at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. He and his wife,
medical industry deep. So, of course, he deep in it, people. What you think he gonna do? Go against them? I don't think so.
Alice, both vaccinated and boosted,
there you go.
Say they got COVID more than once.
There you go. And don't worry about it. They're vaccinated and boosted, and then they have the virus. That's what you need to understand. Because like I say, there's so many things on the table now since they bring in the damn juice. Yes, you have all of these things back on the table. All of these old viruses and diseases is back on the table, all because of this new juice that they give you for a new virus. Do you believe that, people? The world is going down in destruction, 100% in. That's why they call the damn COVID now an endemic. That's what they're going to use until the end of times to keep you in line.
This time, a near killer for him.
Thought he was not going to live through the night. Our son, who is a friend of Dr. Jordan Bond, said, we're not taking you anywhere else except to him in the morning. His treatment put him back in, basically in full health. And
What
he was
kind of
so giddy, I
treatment?
thought he had lost his mind.
What kind of treatment, people? What kind of treatment that Dr. Vaughn supposedly be giving them? Wow, listen.
There are also young athletes.
There
The
you
case
go.
of 15-year-old Braden Little.
15 number 6. But we talk about these things all the time. That these people just falling like flies. And these people will never tell you what's the real culprit, but we already know. We already know what's new on the table. We already know the mass juicing of the masses is bigger than you think. A lot of people get it. So therefore, they're the one who falling like flies. They're the one who's sick. They're the one who go into a complication. What the hell that tell you?
Full doctors for 2 years. He's seen here suddenly collapsing on the court after COVID.
After COVID? Why you say after COVID? What do you mean after COVID he collapsed? He playing ball while he got COVID? Or he shake the COVID and then he fall? Get the fuck out of here.
He's seen here suddenly collapsing on the court after COVID.
What do you mean after COVID? Wow.
After seeing Dr. Vaughn, he's so vastly improved, he's back on the road playing again.
See? So there you go, people. It's just to praise a doctor. They're not really exposing shit. That's what you need to understand. So this one have the virus and fall, and then bam, the doctor bring him back to life. Let's listen to the next one.
19-year-old runner Ellen Redinger is hoping for a similar recovery. She's also a patient of Dr. Vaughn's.
There you go, people.
After getting vaccinated.
There you go. With the thumbs up right there, like I say, it's a trick for the masses. This Dr. Vaughn, I guess he come to save the people who get the juice and fucked up. You believe it? Go back.
Runner Ellen Redinger is hoping for a similar recovery. She's also a patient of Dr. Vaughn's after getting vaccinated, getting COVID, and getting very sick.
Okay, so you see what they're doing, people? I know cover up when I hear it. People just dumb in this world. A lot of people, they're exposing. They're not exposing shit. What's wrong with you? Go back again. Listen.
For a similar recovery. She's also a patient of Dr. Vaughn's after getting vaccinated, getting COVID, and getting very sick.
Okay, so you have to mention that he got vaccinated and she also have the COVID. So there you go, people. How you going to identify what is the problem? By listening to these people right here. How you going to understand? Is they making it clear what it is this person facing, or what's the supposed to be, origin of the sickness or these symptoms? They're not telling you. That's why they tell you they take the shot. And they have the virus. So which one you're going to choose? I told you from the moment this news supposed reporter, enter in and start talking, I already know where they're going to take you. Because they mention the shot and they mention the virus. Both of them, they tell you, can bring long-term effect on you. But which one? Is they pointing the finger on the supposed vaccine or the damn virus? Which one? Listen.
I mean, I can pinpoint the day, the time where I was. When I was running, I was doing a workout, and all of a sudden, I cannot feel my legs. I cannot feel.
Can't feel your
I
legs.
mean, my heart rate is going 200. I can't do it. I call my dad. I'm like, I'm done working out. I can't do it. And I went for like 3 or 4 months of just feeling awful.
You had to give up running.
Huh?
I can't do it. I call my dad. I'm like, I'm done working out. I can't do it. And I went for like 3 or 4 months of just feeling awful.
You had to give up running, obviously, for a period of time.
And I mean, I can't do any type of working out. I can go on a walk, but it has to be like a small, short walk for a short period of time. And if I do ever do it, I feel all I can do the next day is lay down. So.
What's
Together,
wrong?
Vaughn and his small team are unraveling some of the emerging mysteries that, for whatever reason, have become taboo to discuss in some practices, especially when it crosses into vaccine adverse events.
So you hear that, people? So listen. When it comes to the supposed vaccine, if you're going to blame it on that, yes, a lot of people don't want to hear it. Just like these medias that we on. They will shut your ass up because you say these things, talking about what the damage that juice done to the people are doing right now, and they're still pushing it. You believe it, people? They're still pushing it annually now. So every year, they're going to catch some new people with this shit. That's what you need to understand. Every year, why you think they put it on the table? Annual. Why you think they put it on the table? For people to take every year. Why? They already know, like I said, they're going to feed it that shit till the end of times.
I always say it's almost like there's 2 worlds. There's before COVID and after COVID. And a lot of doctors are still living in the before COVID world where everything's in the tech.
It's before the shot and after. That's it. Listen.
But when you have a syndrome that comes before you and it happens to be associated with this new pathogen that everyone seems to have been in contact with. You've got to kind of open your eyes, open your ears, and also get into the literature and try to figure out what the heck's going on.
Come to me.
Vaughn thinks he's figured out why people who've had both COVID and COVID vaccines often seem to get the sickest.
So you hear that, people? The people who have the COVID and the people who have the COVID vaccine, they're the one who's sicker. Why you tying the virus to the damn shot? I don't understand, man. Like I tell you, they won't make it clear for you. They're only gonna confuse you. That's why they're here.
It has to do with what's seen in these immunofluorescent images. Something called fibrin.
Bullshit.
So we are designed all to make fibrin. Fibrin's one of the first kind of response mechanisms.
Forms a clot if you're injured or something?
It's like trauma, infection, all those kind of things. You're going to make fibrin as a response to that. But the fibrin you usually make is, again, like spaghetti that just came out of the colander. But the fibrin that you make in response to the spike protein that's associated with COVID and the vaccine is kind of like burnt spaghetti with cheese in it that you have to get a Brillo pad.
And don't worry about it, people. When you hear them describing shit like that in those fashion, when it comes to the medical industry, you know it's fuckery. 100% about burnt spaghetti with cheese. Like I say, people, dumb shit for the dumb people. You're buying it? Again.
Off the bottom of a casserole dish with. And in that sense, that's why it's so unique. It's resistant to being broken down. Literally everyone, when they have the spike protein exposure.
Watch his eyes, people. He actually reading a script, and the spike protein you should worry about is from the people who juiced up. Yes, they come around you talking, coughing, and doing all that shit. That's the person you need to worry about, not the people who don't take the damn juice. You understand that? The spike protein gonna affect the masses. The people who take it is letting off those spike proteins, and it can affect the people who don't take it. Do you understand that? So yes, we have the world full of sick people right now because of what they're doing to the masses. Remember, I already tell you, I'm going to tell you before I go again. Listen, side effects cause from chemical in your body. Chemical reaction, they cause side effect. Okay, so listen. A virus don't carry side effect. Should I hit you with a bam? Okay. Virus don't carry side effect. Sickness don't carry side effect. Medication do. Okay, so the juice that they're putting in your body, the reaction that you're getting, myocarditis and every damn thing in the world, is come from that dose of chemical that they pump in your body. That's where you get side effect. You don't get side effect off of sickness. Okay, so you have the sickness. The sickness don't carry none of these things that you're facing right now, and you still blame it on the damn sickness. You're dumb. It's the vial juice that they're serving everybody up. That's what makes everybody sick. Yes, people, respect. Much respect for all the people who join in today, man. You already know. The man keep bamming on. I'm gone.